You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
Three numbers before the open. KOSPI down 4.91%. Foreign investors selling for a 13th straight session. And Samsung posting an 89.4 trillion won quarter. A circuit breaker froze trading yesterday, the sixth one this year alone. Foreign holders now own less than 47% of Samsung Electronics, the lowest stake in 17 years. Behind the swings sits one story: record chip earnings and a market betting everything on two stocks. It's Wednesday, July 8th. Here's what today's story could mean for the Korean market. Korea's chip boom pulled in a wall of foreign money over the past year, pushing KOSPI up more than 160%. Single-stock leveraged ETFs on Samsung and SK Hynix, launched in late May, turned ordinary price swings into double-digit moves. As profit-taking hit the same two stocks that drove the rally, the exit became just as violent as the entry. Here's what the numbers show. KOSPI closed at 7,656.31, down 4.91%. The index briefly fell more than 8% intraday, triggering the year's sixth circuit breaker. Foreign investors net sold 2.93 trillion won of KOSPI shares on July 7th, extending their streak to 13 straight sessions. Samsung Electronics posted 89.4 trillion won in operating profit for the second quarter, with its memory division alone topping 100 trillion won. Samsung's memory margin reached roughly 83% this quarter, edging past Micron's 81%, the highest in the industry. Single-stock leveraged ETFs on Samsung and SK Hynix fell 12 to 13% as the underlying shares dropped 6.92% and 6.06%. Margin loan balances stood at 37.66 trillion won on July 6th, just below June's record high of 38.63 trillion won. So what does this mean for traders holding positions in this market? Earlier, we said foreign ownership of Samsung fell to a 17-year low. That outflow is what's driving the swings, not a change in chip demand. Watch the spread between the Samsung and SK Hynix leveraged ETFs. Any further slide there tends to lead index-wide moves within minutes. The real test arrives with U.S. hyperscaler earnings later this month. Their CapEx guidance, not today's chip numbers, will decide whether this volatility fades or deepens. That's today's AI Prism, Stock Investors. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a Won IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.